Come on in to Margaret McSweeney's Kitchen for Kitchen Chat, where every week you'll meet chefs, cookbook authors, foodies, gourmets, and just plain people who love to eat. And along with laughter, chat, recipes, and stories about food, you'll sometimes also hear words of inspiration, love, and hope. As Margaret always says, Kitchen Chat is food for the senses and food for the soul. So grab a cup of coffee, put your feet up on a comfy chair, and get ready to spend a little time with Margaret and her friends.
Welcome to Kitchen Chat. This is your host, Margaret McSweeney, here in the beautiful Viking and La Cornue showroom in Chicago's Merchandise Mart with my wonderful co-host, Jamie Larita, who is brand ambassador for Viking. And we are both so excited about today's guest, who needs no introduction, Gaby Dalkin. Welcome to Kitchen Chat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, this is so great. And Chef Jamie, I have to say, it's so exciting. I don't think you two know what you have in common.
Oh, geez, what could this be?
Yes. You both have cooked for very high-profile musicians.
Oh, yeah.
So can you share with us a little bit about that?
Are they the same musicians?
I mean,
no, they're not the same.
I was Jessica Simpson's private chef for a number of years, but it was not during her musician days.
Okay.
It was when she was like, well, she still is like fashion mogul superstar.
I mean, can you believe, first of all, how big she got on the fashion industry?
But what's so funny about her is I can vividly remember being in high school and wanting this pair of Jessica Simpson shoes, and I didn't buy them.
Me too.
And I was so mad about it, so I went back to the mall to get them. And then on my way home, I got a flat tire, and it was the worst day of my life, but I felt okay about it because I had heels in the back. But it was, if I had just gotten them in the first place, it wouldn't have gotten a flat tire. So the moral of the story is always buy the shoes.
Always buy the shoes.
I'm fully on board with buying the shoes. We just bonded on many
Who did you cook for?
Oh my God. I mean, I've traveled the universe cooking for everyone from the Rolling Stones to Madonna, Sting, Steven Tyler, Josh Groban, Barry Manilow, the Stone Temple Pilots, lots of musicians. And I also do a lot of design work for them. So
whose palate is most like yours, food-wise?
That's a great question.
Yes.
I would say that not probably. I wrote my first cookbook with Sarah McLachlan called Plenty.
Oh, cool.
And her and I resonate on many, many levels.
Yeah.
She can, as you know, Sarah McLachlan can, make you cry at a moment's notice.
All the time.
All the angels.
Everybody. I mean, I wish you would have never done that commercial.
It makes you go do something.
Yes.
It makes you donate.
Yeah, it's for sure.
It's
But
actionable.
I think to answer your question properly, Sarah has such a big palate for food, and she loves everything. I could have made her a yogurt parfait, a smoothie, or a pizza. She gets so excited about food.
I love
and
that.
so do I.
Yeah.
So I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we are so excited about your food and this cookbook. I'll make sure we have a link to her new cookbook. It is just inspiring.
Thank you.
Just inspiring. And Jamie, I loved that she started with oysters.
Yeah.
And that was, and I was
Is that
just,
the first recipe?
Well,
I don't
it was
know
in the
if it is.
beginning. I don't know how I ended
right
up
in the
with
beginning.
Yes, it is with the oysters. And it just really piqued
Oh my God, I didn't know
my
that.
interest.
Leave it to Margaret. Margaret McSweeney knows all.
No. But
She knows everything.
But what I was so surprised about, you use rice vinegar and you call them mignonettes.
The mignonettes, yeah.
Mignonettes, yes.
Mignonettes? I don't know. I wrote it a while ago. I don't remember.
So rice vinegar and oyster, I never would have thought. How does that work?
Well, it's just like an unexpected acidic flavor. Normally people use red wine vinegar when they're making sauces, and I feel like it's a nice little Asian spin.
Oh, have you ever cooked with rice vinegar?
Yeah, I mean, on oysters, I like any kind of vinegar.
Right?
I mean, you can use red wine vinegar, you can use champagne vinegar, vinegar and oysters.
Well, would you ever do a
ball?
balsamic vinegar?
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I would do like balsamic vinegar, like right now in my head, you said that. So right now, immediately, I want to go to like really heavily caramelized onions.
Yeah. Oh, into that.
Yeah.
For sure. Like
then,
balsamic caramelized onions on top of an oyster.
Yum. Ice cold.
Let's make this a reality.
Let's do it. So like a little bit of like maybe charred roasted pepper with that on an
Yum.
oyster. Dollop of sour cream. See how my mind goes right to food.
I'm into it.
Maybe we can write a cookbook.
That would be amazing.
Done.
My question for both of you, how do you shuck the oyster? That just seems so challenging to get that shell
Margaret,
fried open.
I am dying to see you shuck an oyster. And that's going to be a topic on Kitchen Chat one day. Answer the question.
I mean, you just use one of the shucking knives and you have a very, like a padded glove or something so you don't cut yourself.
Okay.
You open it up, pry it open, flip it over.
Gaby, you have to see on, if you follow Margaret, and I'm sure you do, Margaret, the other day, I was watching her on her Instagram and on her Facebook. She actually lopped off a bottle of champagne.
Do you saber it?
Savored champagne with my broken shoulder.
Oh
Now
my
that's
God.
impressive.
With like a sword or
With a
chef's knife?
huge sword.
Cool. For James Beard?
No, this was for Lee Dom.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you'd be like, no, this was for Wednesday night.
So she had just gotten she just had gotten the sleeve. Yeah, it was a typical Wednesday.
It was happy
She just
hour.
she just had her like sling removed, and then she's like, "Oh, would you like to come to this event with me?" And then I see her savoring a bottle of champagne. I'm like, "That girl can rock."
And it worked.
Good for you.
That's impressive.
But I haven't shucked an oyster.
I'll teach you.
Oh, that would
we'll
be
get
so
some
fun.
oysters. I'll teach you.
Wonderful.
So if you guys don't mind, I'd like to dial it back a little bit. Let's
Okay.
go back to when you first started getting an interest in food. And what was that moment where you like had that spark? What was the spark that made you go, food?
Well, I never intended to be in the food world ever. I was pre-med in college and I wanted to be a doctor and save lives and go live in Africa and the whole 9 yards. And I got to OChem in whatever year of college that was. And I was like, this sucks. I do not want to continue this. I called my parents, who are both in the medical profession. I was like, not going to happen, going into business. And I just started cooking for my friends on the weekends. I was on the tennis team because I really loved sharing. That's how I show people I love them.
Now, was that when, did you have any sort of
No.
inspiration beforehand?
No, I grew up watching Food Network.
Oh, okay.
So I, like, Rachel Ray taught me to cook for sure.
and have you met her?
Once, very briefly. Yeah, like long, long ago before I was in the food world. And I went to culinary school. I skipped a few years there. So I switched from pre-med to business. I started cooking for all my friends and my family at school. And then after college, I moved down to LA and I was working in the fashion industry, hated my job, and decided, screw this, I'm going to go to culinary school. Went to culinary school.
What culinary school?
It's closed now. It was called Academy of Culinary Education.
Okay.
It was like a smaller 6-month program.
Yeah.
I did pastry school on back of that. And I started working as a private chef and I started my blog the same week I started culinary school.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I never, and even in culinary school, I had no intention of being in the food world. I just really wanted to learn how to cook for me, my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband. And I don't think it was well into private chefing that I was like, I can do this. So there wasn't like a specific moment for me.
So you had this blog, and now when you look at, like, I love your Instagram page,
Thank
and
you.
I love how your boyfriend, now husband, on your Instagram page has. Talk about that for a minute.
With Thomas's new account.
Yeah.
So Thomas started an account called What's Thomas Eating, and it's just basically to make fun of everything I do because my Instagram is very pretty and it appears that I am very like semi put together. Thomas just likes to share the other side of it. And he has like better engagement than I do. It's so funny. So yeah, he just started that a couple weeks ago.
So I have my husband at home is a great eater and he's a great cleaner and he knows how to make like blueberry pancakes.
Oh.
Is there anything that he actually is good at? Like one dish that you
Thomas
depend on?
makes a killer margarita.
Oh, well, that's important.
Yeah. But in
Yes.
terms of cooking, no.
Now, what is his favorite dish that you make?
Chicken Parmesan, for sure.
Okay.
In any form. So I make chicken Parmesan traditionally. I make chicken Parmesan meatballs, which are chicken meatballs stuffed with mozzarella cheese and like this Parmesan topping on top. And then in the book, there's a chicken Parmesan pappardelle, which is like a ground chicken mixture with like these big, fat, beautiful noodles and cheese melted in. It is... I'm pretty sure that's why we're married.
Who doesn't
Chicken parm.
love? And I mean, you can stay married based on chicken parm. I have a
Basically.
recipe that I want to share with you
Tell
sometime with roasted cauliflower that I use in chicken parmesan
Yes.
as the topping, and it would make you
Oh.
feel like you're getting mouthfuls of cheese.
I'm into that.
It's so super, super
We
good.
just got back from safari last year and my mom grew up in South Africa and we were visiting her friends one night and they made us cauliflower Parmesan. no chicken, just like cauliflower steaks cooked, breaded like you would do a chicken cutlet, and cooked like chicken parmesan, and it was out of this world.
Yeah, this is a combination that is the chicken with that, and it's pretty delicious.
So into it. Do you still put cheese on it?
I do, just a bit, just a bit to give you that little bit of like cheese moment.
Yeah,
but it's mostly roasted cauliflower that I puree, a little bit of cumin, turmeric, and some oregano. Yeah, you're gonna love this recipe.
I'm so excited.
And that pizza oven,
and you'll savor champagne.
I will savor the champagne as we savor the day.
Exactly. So we're so excited to have you in our Viking La Cornue Middleby showroom.
I'm moving in.
You should move in.
But only if I can sleep next to the pizza oven.
You are gonna be sleeping right next to it, so comfortable and warm. Actually, you're so tiny you can fit in that pizza.
I mean,
yes.
Maybe you'll give me a tan.
Yeah, a little bit of like roasted skin never hurt anyone.
Golden brown.
Yeah, so we love having you in golden brown. I love the way we just went with that. I love having you here. We love having you in.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
it's
we're
beautiful.
so excited about your cookbook and What's Gaby Cooking, and that's the name, of course, on Instagram and everything. And I love to. First of all, the photos are incredible. You just want to eat off of the pages of the book. I love your concept of bowls, and you really have influenced so many people.
Yeah.
Can you share with us what inspired you to prepare these meals in a bowl?
Well, so Matt and Adam are two of my best friends in the whole wide world. Matt is my photographer. Adam is my stylist. They're married, and I just like inserted myself into their relationship. And I'm just.
So you already have a set of gays.
Yes,
so
I do. But they're in
LA.
Oh, so like Chicago, for sure, without a doubt.
Done and done.
So I've just like inserted myself into their relationship, and they're like my second husbands.
I love that.
But Adam once made a comment in passing, and he's like, everything tastes better in a bowl. And I was like, you're right, because you can sit on the couch and like binge watch Game of Thrones or Peaky Blinders or something and just like have it in a bowl. And and it just got me thinking, like food is better in a bowl. And I like to mix everything together. Like I don't eat everything beautifully like portioned on my plate. So we just started doing bowl recipes, and everyone on the blog loves it. And so we turned it into a chapter in the book.
And it's delicious. Oh, it's very inspiring.
Thank you.
And what do you think would be something that every home chef should have in a pantry?
Oh, man. Well, there's a whole section at the front of the book with pantry items, but the top, let's say, 3 things that come to mind for me are really good olive oil, Maldon sea salt, and maybe it's not 3 things, like a variety of vinegars. I feel like you can make a lot of things.
with all of those.
Right? Yep. And like maybe some grains like quinoa and farro, rice, you gotta have all that. And some spices. Right. I'm just like visually going through my pantry in my brain. There's a jar of M&Ms.
When you come over your new gays house in Bucktown, we're going to show you our spice wheel.
Oh my God. Is it alphabetized?
Hello.
And magnetized. Yes.
So this is great. I have such a great appreciation for what you're doing. And I love your dedication to what it is and where you're growing. Now, this is what's happening right now for you. This is what's new, and this is what's now. Can you tell us anything about what's next?
That's a great question. And so many people have been asking me that on this book tour. And totally honest, I have no idea.
That's great.
Like, I feel like I live in this very digital, this digital food world, and there's new technologies popping up all the time. There are different shows happening, new platforms that are being started. I have no idea where What's Gaby Cooking will be in the next couple of years.
That's great. I feel like if you're living in the moment, you're right on the edge of creation. That's exactly where you should be.
It's fun though, but definitely more products.
I have to say, these. And don't they match so perfectly with the set and your cookbook?
One day I want to have a whole rainbow. Like I need a green one, I need a purple one, I need a pink one. So I have to come up with some more spices. But this is my most recent product line that came out. It's a line of multi-use seasonings. It's carried exclusively at Williams-Sonoma. So this is everything. So my version of the everything bagel spice.
I love that you say here it's for avocado toast, hummus, salads, veggies, and more.
Right?
That you singled out the avocado toast.
Yeah, obviously. Because I'm a millennial. Like it's important to me.
And your first cookbook, of course, was
all about avocados.
Yes.
Right. Yes. So that one's everything. This is called All Things Meat. And then this is Gaby's Go-To. So it's just seasonings you can use literally on anything. This is like pork, chicken, beef, ribs, you name it. This you can use on vegetables, fish. I mean, literally, this can go on all the things.
Yeah.
Fabulous. And Kiki and I were actually at Williams and Sonoma picking this up and picking up some of your
Thank
books
you.
today. And they said it was out the door, the lines of people wanting to meet you.
Chicago, we were just talking about this. Chicago's the best. And girls waited in line for 3 hours last night. It was incredible. We had a DJ, we had margaritas, we had food. Like, it was a full party. It was so much fun.
Chicago has that type of energy. I travel with a lot of musicians, like we talked about earlier, and every single time we had come to a city, I would even tell the artist, like, I can guarantee you your audience is going to be better than in the city.
You always think it's going to be LA or New York, but it's always Chicago.
And I think Chicago just has, like, I think it has a lot to do with the lake, and then, that it's not New York and Chicago. People are a little bit thirstier for, like, someone especially that has a lot of frequency.
Yeah.
And speaking about frequency, I really wanted to ask a couple of questions about what is your advice for somebody out there today that's maybe a little bit older than you are, not the millennial, maybe myself, and then somebody younger than yourself to get, like, we look at your social media following and it's grown tremendously. When did that happen? And how fast did that happen?
It's been a slow roll. And I wish that wasn't the answer, because I don't think one thing I've done has really, catapulted me to the next level. I think, I started What's Gaby Cooking back in 2009.
Okay.
And it's just been 9 years of, like, steady growth.
Well,
and
I feel like it's good timing.
It's great timing, but I will say the one thing you could do no matter what age you are, I think, is really cultivating your audience. Like, I've spent the last 3 years, I will respond to every DM, I will respond to every Snapchat. When people video chat me on Thanksgiving because they undercooked their turkey, I am there for them. Like, I make myself very available.
That's really great.
And I think that's so important, because a lot of people don't. And when you do make yourself available, people will continue to come back.
And that's so amazing that you're dedicated. And I'm the same way, like, to the people that follow you. You almost feel a little indebted to, want to be able to be there for them.
What would I be without them?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I'm great.
There's no point in me doing what I do without them. And to be perfectly honest, I don't mind giving up my Thanksgiving to help troubleshoot, because by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, I've cooked it so many times for the blog and everything. All I want are tacos. I'm not actually having a Thanksgiving turkey.
Thanksgiving tacos. I love it. And do you
mac and cheese? My family's so chill, and when I recipe test, they will fly in so they can taste things. So they don't care that we don't have Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving either.
I think Thanksgiving to me is, I love the traditional Thanksgiving, but I agree with you. I think Thanksgiving is all about just really good food, no matter what the flavors are.
Yeah, and wine.
Yes.
Yeah, and lots of wine.
And being grateful and sharing gratitude. Now, on Kitchen Chat, we have such a heart for charity. Is there any organization that you'd like to share with us and the listeners and viewers about what's important and why?
So I support a couple different charities. One is Heifer International. They do a lot of microeconomies, so they'll find communities that need goats, and they will raise money and donate money to this family and gift them a goat. I can make a donation. I can give you a goat for Christmas.
Oh my God, I want a goat.
And it goes to this family, let's say in Ethiopia, and this family in Ethiopia will raise the goat and milk the goat and sell the milk for money, for profit. And then when the goat has a baby, they gift that and pay it forward to another family in need. And so then there are all these goats, and everyone's making goat cheese and goat's milk, and the communities really become self-sustaining. So that's very near and dear to my heart. I'm trying to think of what else. I love No Kid Hungry. That's a big one. I've done a lot of work for them for the last couple of years. I started the Food Blogger Bake Sale a billion years ago, and food bloggers across the country would have a bake sale on the same day at the same time, and all the money would go to No Kid Hungry. We haven't done it in a couple of years. I got a little busy.
Just a little.
I got to bring it back. Yeah, and then anything that's about conservation, especially, animals in Africa. Really into it.
Wow, you're such on this amazing path and trajectory to cooking success. I really look at you as somebody who's really on it as far as the timing and I went through your cookbook really, really fast, and every single page I was like, oh, I would make that. I would make that. I would do that. I would do that. And in a lot of cookbooks you see today, I have to be honest, a lot of them.
Did you hear me say that before?
No.
I talk about that all the time. I get cookbooks every day from publishers because I write a lot about them on my blog, and I want to make 3 recipes in the book. And that's so sad to me.
Yes.
And I really, when I did this book, we made a conscious effort, me, Matt, and Adam, we're like, we want every recipe to be usable. Everything's approachable. We want it to be beautiful so people can really cook their way through the whole
That's really
book.
funny. See, I had not heard anything about
We're
that.
basically spirit animals.
We pretty much are.
So what kind of spirit animal?
I am definitely a unicorn.
Oh, I'm a cat. I like to nap.
Cute. Okay, so I have so many cat like that. I went right to the litter box and I went all the way there. I was thinking, what kind of food would she eat if she was a cat? What about you, Margaret?
I don't know.
What would Margaret be?
You're so kind.
A bunny?
No, bunnies are no. What's like a mama bear? Like I feel like you're so welcoming to everyone in your life. I would some sort of animal that's very nice. You wouldn't be a cat. My cat is a bitch.
Is she?
She's a diva.
This is the second time the B word has been used on Kitchen Chat in the last week. I love it. Thank you very much.
My cat is
I'm the salty and the pepper. She's more the sweet. So when you say these things, you have to look at me.
I'm done.
Because Margaret clutches her pearls right away. So,
And he's tattooed.
yeah, so she's like, oh, my stars. I'm like, yes.
Bring it.
Bring it. Well, I love that you're here. I love getting to know you better.
Thank
You're
you.
so sweet. I have such
Thank
a crush on that little sweet lisp that you have. It's like I just want to be you right now. I feel like a little stalker.
No, I love it. Thank you.
It's really great, and I
That's
love
very
being
nice.
able to I love when we went through the tour of the Viking showroom.
Okay,
And you were
I
looking
liked
at all
how
the appliances.
each kitchen has a different persona.
Right.
And I can't decide where I would live, but I think I would live here.
In the middle.
Yes.
Okay, that's our Viking 5 series vignette
Yeah,
where we have.
but I want
Cornu.
the Tuscany.
Oh,
No, I
the
want the
Tuscany.
Tuscany.
Me too. The Viking
And I
Tuscany.
need a pizza oven in the backyard.
From Lynx.
Basically, I need a house, and I need you to be my best friend, and we can do it together.
This is fun. This is what we're going to do. So.
And you will savor champagne.
I will savor
all day
champagne.
long.
And then we'll have Kiki come over and entertain us with all of her fun
We'll go
food
ziplining.
stories.
Yes.
We'll go ziplining.
Oh
It'll
my.
be amazing. So wait, in Chicago, you've been here for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Have you eaten anywhere great?
Girl on the go.
Which is
Yes.
the go-to?
Amazing.
Stephanie,
I had the
yes.
burger at Au Cheval.
Ah.
So, have you guys been?
Hello.
Oh,
How do you
have
think
you-
I gained the 35 pounds that I
Stop it. You look perfect.
Wow.
It was everything. Randomly, there's an ice cream shop a couple blocks down from that. I think it's called Cone. Have you heard of that? They have Cookie Monster ice cream, and it's bright blue with black specks in it. I don't know if it's Oreos. It might be Oreos. I think it's Oreos. And you get a scoop this size on the cone, and I'm like a 9-year-old on the inside, so it was giving me all the feels.
Okay, so guys, I've been juicing for the past couple of weeks. I think I just wet my pants a little bit. I was just like, oh my god. Ice cream.
Margaret crushed her pearls.
Clutched her pearls. I'm sorry. I just love ice cream so much.
It's when you're not juicing, you should go to Cone.
I'm juicing
Let's
right
go
now.
to
I'm
Cone.
going to fact check this and make sure that's what it's called when we're done, but it is the best ice cream. And your tongue turns bright blue.
Oh, how
You are
fun.
literally a cookie monster, and I'm not. It's the color of this. Yeah.
You have me
Wow.
a cookie monster.
Absolutely. We'll
I
have to
mean,
go.
so anywhere else that you want to eat, or how long are you going to be here? A couple more days?
No, just 12 more hours. I leave tomorrow for
Oh, wow.
Minneapolis on my next step, my book tour. And then Matt, my best friend, and I are going to Texas next week, and we're road tripping around Texas. And I'm glad we did this today, because next week I will no longer have cheekbones, because all the queso will be consumed in all of Texas. And no highlighter can do me any favors after next week.
We're going to tune into her. We want you to
Yes.
post a picture
Yes.
of yourself on your Instagram
Well,
after the
Matt and
picture.
I will
do
live
a before-
broadcast
Okay,
it.
we'll do a before and
fine.
after.
It'll
Oh,
it'll be a full disaster for 6 days straight.
You are so much fun,
This
and we
is-
love you. We love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, I always like to end the show with getting 3 tips for the home chef.
Oh, okay. I would say 1, always have lemons. Because I think lemons add flavor to everything.
beauty
Yeah,
to
I
the-
know. Go figure. Number 2, have a really great sharp chef's knife.
Okay.
I don't think you need 100 knives in your kitchen. I think you just need literally a chef's knife. I never even use my paring knife. Do you? I never use
No,
it.
it's funny you're saying this. I
Yeah.
I resonate with all this. What's
And
number 3?
then number 3, I would just say cook with confidence. The worst that happens is you mess something up and you have to throw it away. That's not the end of the world.
Right,
you can
right,
always
right. That's
order
how you
pizza.
learn. That's how you
yeah.
learn.
Like when in doubt, order pizza. But until then, like just
Pizza
go
is
for it.
everything.
I walked by Luminaldi. What's it called?
Yeah,
It's a
Lou Malinati.
There you go. On the way here, I'm sorry. Like you're juicing. This is a terrible conversation.
I'm like, right now I'm just salivating.
and I wanted to get some so bad. But anyways, I think being confident in the kitchen is a huge tip. And I think it can really like liberate you in terms of
That's so true.
You know,
it's so true. I
experimenting.
always say that there's a little bit of a fear. People like are afraid to cook fish. They're afraid to screw it up. I'm like, so get another piece of fish.
Yeah.
You know, take the fish that you burn and turn it into a salad or do
fish
something.
tacos.
Yeah.
You know, when I got my first
For Thanksgiving.
job, when I got my first job as a private chef, it was not Jessica, it was a different family. And they were like, we love fish. And I'm like, that's hysterical. Never cooked fish, never ate fish in my entire life. I was the pickiest eater growing up. And I started my job and I was like, I have no culinary school fish is until week 3. So I was like, oh my God, I have 3 weeks. I just have to wing it. And I look back at pictures I took and it was the saddest piece of baked cod. It was like, there was no char on it. It looked just like sad.
But now look at you now.
Well,
Look
yeah,
at
but
you
like
now.
back then I was like, I'm shocked I didn't get fired.
Her fish doesn't look like that now on Instagram.
Right.
I can tell
She
you
is
that.
the Chanel of cod.
She is. My mind just exploded.
Oh, this has just been so much fun.
So fun.
Thank
you both. This was awesome.
Well, great.
Absolutely.
We're so happy that you were here. Chicago loves you. I heard you had such a great turnout. Good luck with the rest of your book
Thank you.
tour.
Well, I'm quitting. I'm just going to live here.
Oh,
so
all right.
sorry.
The tour's over, guys.
Sorry, Minneapolis.
It all ended and began here. And our next
Absolutely.
cookbook will be coming.
Well, speaking of cookbooks, everyone check this out. We'll make sure we have links. What's Gaby cooking? Fabulous recipes, beautiful
you.
photos. You will be inspired in your own kitchen.
And don't forget to use this on your avocado toast.
Yes. Channel
Yes.
your inner millennial.
I love it. Oh, and thank you so much, dear foodie friends, for joining us on this joyful journey here in the Viking and La Cornue showroom. And always remember to take a moment and savor the day.
Thanks for joining Margaret for Kitchen Chat today. Margaret would be so excited for you to drop by and visit with her at kitchenchat.info, where you'll enjoy podcasts, blogs, recipes, tips from chefs, and even great giveaways. She invites you to share your recipes and kitchen stories too. As Margaret always says, savor the day.